Hello, welcome to the wood shop.
Hi, we're just checking it out.
Well, cool. If you have any questions, ask away. I'll do my best to answer. I'm working on getting pegs for the games now. Filling the holes yesterday.
Okay.
This is the, you jump the pegs and, okay. A number of people have come in and going, I don't know what that game is.
Our granddaughter has made one, but she used golf tees for it.
That's the easier way, but
You're being
for
authentic.
for
This wouldn't be
18.
much of a wood shop if you use golf tees.
Well, a lot of golf tees, well, okay, I guess the new ones are all plastic, but when I was a kid, they were all wood.
Well, these are wood that we got. We were able to buy wood ones. Wood ones are cooler because then you can, if you break them, then they take a heavy swing. I'll look at this.
A great one.
I haven't tried it. It's great. It'll go off after that.
I can't hear over the music.
Here.
Oh, yeah, somebody carved it, I don't know. People seem to think that anything that's wood belongs in the wood shop unless it's obviously someplace, should be someplace else. A lot of those tools are very sharp.
So don't tell him not to touch him.
Keep away from it. How long's this gonna go and bother you?
I don't know, you can try pressing the stop button. If that doesn't work,
Stopping the recording.
okay.
Okay, yes. Sorry about that.
That's fine. I could put a sign up, or I could, I don't know, the unit's down in the corner. I could probably unplug it. It's there, and it's, useful a lot of times because I'm only here one day a week through the summer,
Yeah.
or, well, yeah, one day here or in the blacksmith shop.
So will you sell these games when you're done with
These will end up over in the general store.
Okay, that's what I wondered. Very cool.
Okay. Thank
Merry
you.
Christmas. Thanks for coming by. For all you zero viewers out there, I'm carving these pegs down for the game. And the game is out of frame, so let me hold it here. This is the golf tee game you might be familiar with. You jump the peg over and your object is to have one peg left. You jump it over and remove the peg you jumped over. Hello, welcome to the wood shop.
Thank you.
Do you have any questions?
Not yet.
All right.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
You too.
Hello. Welcome to the wood shop.
Wow, it smells good.
It's a sad thing, I don't smell it.
Oh dear.
Well, I smell it when I first step in, but.
Right.
Wow.
Hi there, how are you?
Say hi.
So I'm just working on carving the pegs for this game. You're probably familiar with it from Cracker Barrel.
I am not.
You-
What is it?
You jump the peg and then take it off, take the peg that you jumped off.
Oh.
The object of the game is to have one peg left. I'm not very good at it. I can make the game, I can play the game, but I can't beat the game.
That's funny. So is it like a puzzle, or is it like you play against someone else?
It's a puzzle, it's a single person game.
Oh, that's a fun idea. Like keep a spot, you gotta find the path to get all of them.
Yeah, yeah, and you can find on the internet, you can find instructions on how to win.
Yeah. That's
I
not
mean,
fun.
I've looked them up, but I didn't, it's like, wow, that's, okay, I'll just keep playing. I don't need to memorize this set to figure this out.
Ooh, audio tour. How does it work? You just press it. Can I click on this?
You can. I can't hear while it's playing, but that's fine.
Oh, is it super loud and awful?
Go ahead and turn it on. There's a button at the very bottom.
This
to
is
shut it
pure
off.
curiosity.
Woodworking covers a wide area of specialties. The woodworker and the blacksmith had a
Stopping the recording.
There's a music track that somebody started playing earlier and then tried to ask questions like, I can't
You're
hear.
like, no way, the speaker is right above me.
Yeah, I can't hear with that playing, but you know, you can. I'm just glad the stop recording is working. It wasn't working at one point in the summer, which made it extra interesting.
I've never been here. I gotta come here and do the full tour.
I recommend it. We have a lot of fun. And well, last summer I was here 2 nights, or 2 days a week. I don't know what I'll do next summer.
How did you get into woodworking?
My dad had a wood shop. I grew up around it.
Fun.
And then I started learning to blacksmith recently and, well, within the last 10 years. And that, you know, so I can fill in there when the blacksmith isn't able to be here. I might be doing that Monday, I don't know yet.
Okay.
It depends on if he can make it.
Olha, Daniel, queres ver aqui as coisinhas? Onde é que eu vou?
Do you want to see some tools?
Aí. Turn screw.
You feel how to say barn auger in Portuguese.
See, now, I think in terms of sailing and ships, so I tend to think of that as a ship auger, but we weren't building a lot of ships in 1850 in
I have no idea what the
Utah.
word is. What's a pump drill? Is it like by pumping? the drill?
Yeah, you pump it, you spin it up and it works.
Okay, is this like touch and be happy?
Some of these are very sharp, so be careful.
Yeah, but as an adult.
I'm okay with you doing that. I've got the gate open to let you back here. So the pump drill makes a very small hole, but it does it pretty quickly. I guess it, well,
Smart. So it goes back and forth. Yeah.
and there's the hole. And I don't really want a hole in the bench, so I'm not.
How
gonna-
soft? How hard does it go? Is it like this? Probably soft wood, no?
No, this is soft.
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Yeah. I was asking.
This is pine. I think it's pine.
And people know their woods and they just smell it.
Well, the grain pattern isn't distinctive enough. It might be a fir, I don't know. It is definitely a soft wood.
Yeah. I was just wondering how much power that thing can actually put into it.
It would take longer, so this, let me grab a piece. This is ash, and ash is gonna take longer, but it'll get through the ash. So,
Wow.
and ash is
It'll break
definitely, this is a nice hardwood.
Yeah, that is doing good. Oh, I'm impressed. I guess I shouldn't be, but I am.
And there it is. Well, I haven't gotten all the way there, but it doesn't take too long or too much effort.
Wow, press it a little bit. Wow, it's just like straight up.
It's
oh,
just,
it's even
I'm
hot,
pretty
right?
sure
The touch.
I'm pretty sure it's a wire nail that I didn't build this.
Yeah.
But it doesn't take much.
That's pretty
Away
cool.
you go.
Wow.
Thank
you for sure.
Usually I would use a bracelet bit. Or if I had a small hole, I'd use a gimlet.
I don't know how any of those work, honestly.
So the brace
Oh, yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, you're right.
and the bits are, let's grab the big one, that's easier to see. And it's just, the flutes to carry the sawdust out. And this is called the snail, it's threaded and it pulls it down in as you turn. So you can actually count the number of turns you've made and know about how deep you've gotten. So when I was drilling these yesterday, 14 turns clockwise, 5 turns
So
counterclockwise.
you were doing these like manually
Oh, yeah.
over here on the shop.
I did these yesterday.
Oh, that's so fun.
I did these are offcuts from the benches. I made a bunch of benches just like this one. You'll see them over in the blacksmith
Oh,
shop.
I love that.
And these are offcuts from the legs.
Wow.
That's cool.
So, I've got this wood left over. What can I do with it? I don't want to waste it.
Yeah.
So I'm making the games.
That is so cool. Yeah. I feel pretty stupid because like finally got a drill, finally got like a bunch of drill baits and all that stuff. I'm like, I have this in the box. So I'm like, I'm not sure how this works, but it's really cool.
You've got bits like that?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean-
not the ones that pull it in.
Yeah. You got the woodwork
So,
and you got the
you-
masonry stuff.
You can get,
Like not the little things.
Yeah, that's the,
okay, so you might have,
Yeah, it's
you probably don't have that square on the end. Because a modern drill doesn't use that. It's just circular. And it will hold, like this one, will
Yeah.
just clamp down on whatever you put it in there.
I think he's referencing a masonry.
Oh.
because I guess maybe.
Well,
Does it look similar?
You're not gonna have the snail on a masonry
Yeah,
bit.
that's what I was saying. I
It would have-
don't have the snail, but I was thinking of all.
It would have a masonry bit would have carbide, and they'll have a funny end on it, depending, there are a few different kinds, depending. I've got mine are SDS, the ones I've got at home are SDS, which is a specific kind. But, yeah, it's just, so this is for these type twist bits.
How do you tighten it? Just like rotate?
Yeah, for this, you just do it by hand. On your drill, you probably got well, you might have a chuck key, or it might also just be by hand.
Yeah, you say a lot of words I have no
My
idea
old
about,
ones-
obviously.
My
I'm
older
just
ones
like-
are all chuck keys, but my newer ones are all by hand, and I can get them tighter than I'll.
Yeah, mine is like I
tight enough,
hold,
I don't like
turn
undoing
the
it.
drill right and it turns around.
Yeah. So,
And gimlet is just by hand.
yeah, that's a very old way of making a hole. And so if I needed to attach screws to a chest, to hold the hinges on a chest or something, I would probably grab the gimlet to do that with.
That's cool. Yeah, my woodworking journey is all on YouTube.
Rex Kruger,
Is that?
if you're doing hand tool woodworking, Rex Kruger is an excellent channel.
Okay.
He's got a lot of knowledge and he presents it very well.
That's awesome. Yeah, I get stuff popping up all the time and I've never done a single piece of anything. But
Start somewhere.
I know. I just gotta get the time. Like get a summer.
Well,
build-
yeah, but in the
build a little
meantime, you're learning.
Yeah.
You learn, so you can learn to throw a better free throw basketball just by sitting on the sidelines and watching and thinking through in your
How it
mind
goes.
with them as they're throwing free throws.
Yeah.
So you get better if you're actually out there doing it too. And the best way is to watch and do.
Yeah.
So
Because people are doing amazing stuff.
there are some truly amazing woodworkers out there.
It's really impressive. I love it. I'm gonna go see the rest. Thank you.
Thank you for coming by. How are y'all doing? So I'm not doing much exciting here today. We drilled all the holes yesterday, and now I'm just whittling down the pegs to finish them up and get them over to the general store. There we go.
I used to play with those in the garage, like we were making stuff, like pressure or something. And like that, where you kind of put the end here.
Hello, welcome to the wood shop. I'm just making pegs for the games today. Drilled all the holes yesterday. The boards themselves are offcuts from making these benches. Made of several of these benches. You'll see some of them over at the blacksmith shop.
cool. Now, the question is, can you actually beat the game?
No, I can't. I'm terrible at it.
Me
Well,
too.
I
I
don't
think
know
I can
about
get, I think the
terrible,
best I
but
did was get down to maybe 3 left or something.
I
but
think
that's
I've
still
gotten down to 3. I
maybe
don't.
2.
I don't take the time to think far enough ahead to actually beat it.
Mhm.
And especially if I'm at Cracker Barrel, I'm more concerned
Oh,
about
yeah.
my food than the
Waiting on my
game.
food. Yeah.
My parents had one of these when I was a kid, they had this game. And then I discovered it again at Cracker Barrel, a few years ago. There we go. And that was kind of, oh yeah, I know that game. Let's see, how do you play it? Oh yeah, that's how you play. No, I still can't beat it.
Not any better than I was then.
That's okay. Yeah, it's still fun.
What's your favorite thing to make?
I have had an awful lot of fun making little boxes. Pencil boxes, pencil cases. My sons are into at the time they were into Magic the Gathering, so I made them little boxes that were the same size as a pencil
Yeah,
case,
yeah.
but it was large enough to hold 3 decks of cards.
Cool, yeah. That's way fun. Awesome.
I built a rope jack. That's the head end of a rope making setup where you turn a handle and it turns a great big toothed gear, which in turn turns 3 smaller ones, which twist the fibers.
Cool.
I do the Colonial Heritage Festival making rope with
That's
that.
awesome.
And
cool.
I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
I do woodworking for the boats I sail. That's always fun.
That's way awesome. Quite a talent, right?
I was trying to remember what he was working on last time.
Well, I know that you weren't I think you were
I,
using this last
I
year.
may well have been at the Shave Horse working on the legs for the stools.
Were
Probably.
you using the draw knife to?
Yep. Right up there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That was
okay,
it.
that's what you were using, so.
Yep.
Alright.
Very cool. We love it every year.
All right.
Keep coming.
I may be doing this on Monday. I may be at the Shave Horse on Monday if I get all the pegs done tonight.
Oh, way fun.
Yeah.
That's way cool. Thank you.
Thanks, have a good night.
Thanks, you too. Hello out there on YouTube. This is live from the Provo Pioneer Village. We're doing our Christmas special here tonight. We've got people coming and going. If I have somebody here in person, I need to pay attention to them, and I'm sorry, I'm not trying to ignore you. Tonight I am carving the pegs for the game board. This is the golf tee game that you might find at the Cracker Barrel. I'm carving the wood. These blanks are the offcuts from the benches I made through the summer. And now I'm just carving down the ends of the pegs so that they can fit into the holes more easily. Ta-da, one peg. I know, not terribly exciting, and I apologize for that. It was much more interesting last night, drilling all the holes and working with the kids, letting the kids have a turn to drill the holes. They had fun with that. I unfortunately can't let them, here kid, have a go at my knife. See if you can cut your finger off. Oh, sorry about that. No, don't let them try that. If you happen to be local in Utah, you're welcome to come by tonight. We're open till 8 p.m. and we'll be doing this again on Monday from 5 p.m. till 8 p.m. We've got Father Christmas here. We've got cocoa, carolers, cookies. The blacksmith is making candy canes out of iron. We'll have other events, dancing and singing and storytelling in the carriage house. We'd love to have you come by. Of course, I'm here in the wood shop. Hello, welcome to the wood shop. How are you today?
Good.
Good. I'm having fun making
Oh,
the,
you're doing pegs.
Games.
I'm making the pegs for the games,
For the
yeah.
Christmas presents. Pioneer Christmas presents.
Could be,
right?
certainly. Can I borrow your candy cane for just a moment? I'm live streaming,
Oh,
and
yeah.
here's the candy canes that the blacksmith is making.
Just barely finished.
Yeah, well, just cool enough to
Yeah.
touch for sure, but I can tell it's not been sitting and getting
Yeah.
cold. So how are you guys?
Good.
Good. Have you been here before?
Yeah, we haven't been
Alright.
here when someone's been in this woodworking.
Okay. Well, I'm glad I'm here tonight, and you can see somebody actually doing woodworking. Not that this is real exciting woodworking today, but
It's cool to see these classic tools.
a lot of these are in working order. Why is my file playing upside down? All right, anyway.
My son's enjoying woodworking just in high school, but I mean, it's a whole different experience, right?
Oh,
Because they have so much more.
Yeah, power tool woodworking, I do a lot of that too. Oh, you're here still.
I'm here. I just took a bunch of pictures and now I'm taking off, so.
Okay.
I came to give you
My
a little
wife.
smoochie.
Okay. On live
Oh,
stream.
on live stream.
What, we got
It won't
7
get
viewers
edited
right
out.
now. Or 1 viewer maybe, I don't know. Anyway. So, yeah, power tool woodworking is faster, but you have to wear hearing protection, you have to wear dust protection,
You need
and
electricity.
you have to have electricity. The hand tool woodworking has the advantage of no electricity needed. It's quiet. I can talk over it. I don't have to have hearing protection. I don't need dust masks, but it's slow. It's slow. It really is.
Well, I imagine these tools were very valuable. I mean, because they're difficult to produce. Like you bring them out west, and before there was like sophisticated machinery.
Yeah, I mean,
He was
yeah.
making this out west.
Well, you'd make one more like you see on that barn auger there.
Right here.
A blacksmith can relatively easily make that. You'd hammer it flat, hammer the end of it flat,
Oh yeah, this has the wood through for us.
and you can hammer. So these bits have this square, tapered square shape.
Yeah.
But again, that's easy enough to do on an anvil. I could make.
I guess you can do twisting. You could like, I mean, look at that flat end.
Yep.
Yeah, they could like
Yep.
segment it
And
so
then
it's tighter.
I would hammer that flat to a ribbon, and if I get an even heat across it, I can twist it
But this
evenly.
little starting, that would be rough.
That's a lot of filing.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, they
what
would hand file
apprentices
that?
are for. Oh, yes.
How would you like to be the apprentice for 7 years filing like that? That's your job. Oh, but that's interesting. So you can do it filing effectively.
You can file that into it would have been filed in the, originally. I'm sure, most of those were cast with the spiral and then finished.
That's true. What does a gimlet do?
It makes a hole.
Okay.
You can take one out if you'd like.
It's a starting hole. Do you want to see some of this stuff for us? This is cool.
Or a hole for a screw.
This is cool to see this authentic old stuff. We were wanting to get him some classic stuff like this for Christmas. This is what it was made. This is cool to see over here.
So I ended up buying a lot of woodworking hand tools down at the antique mall down in Springville.
Oh.
So on the west side of the freeway, there's two
Oh, that's
I know what you're
buildings.
talking about, yeah.
Yeah. Not, some of the booths, over the course of a few months, just keeping an eye, okay, I'm going down, once a week or every other week or whatever. And I got to know which booths had the hand tools, and I could pretty quickly go through. Because the first time you go down there, you're like, oh my goodness, there's so much here. And there really is.
So there's a lot of tools down there. I mean, there's a lot. That's cool. There's a good selection.
Whoop. All right, got myself a sliver.
I guess that's another thing with like hand woodworking. These are interesting. That carpenter plane, but these molding planes are interesting.
Well, the carpenter's plane label is misleading. They're all carpenter's planes.
What's this joiner? This is a joiner?
The joiner is the long plane, and its purpose is to give you a nice flat long joint that I could glue up if I needed to glue two boards together, or or I needed to flatten the top of the piece.
Yeah, because otherwise it's uneven. If you use like a small.
Yeah, the small ones,
It would be so hard to make
the
that
small
even.
ones, they're short, the shorter bed makes it, I can get it smooth, but I can't get it flat. I can't get it straight. So I would use the jointer plane for that. And this, yeah, well, the jack plane, and I don't know that I would agree this is a jack plane. This is a Stanley number 6. So this is a metal body plane. Metal body planes were available. I think most of the planes you would have seen here in Utah pre-railroad would have been the wood body planes.
Yeah, that'd be a heavy
But
transport.
but these are easy enough to work with. They're just heavy. And pre-railroad, most immigrants, most people coming into Utah were limited to 17 pounds of personal possessions. And that included tools if you were bringing tools for your profession. So if I were coming and choosing which tools to bring, I would have chosen a single brace and a whatever size bits I most commonly used and leave the rest of them behind. And I would have had all wood body planes, probably 3, maybe 4.
3 planes? Wow.
Well, of this style. The molding planes are a whole nother matter. Those are the ones used for cutting the fancy moldings on picture frames and stuff, or edging for a table, or for crown molding or whatever. You can, cut them, take the profiles, and by using different profiles across the width of a board, you can get a very fancy overall profile, even though each of these profiles is really fair, well, with the exception of this one. These are all pretty simple, not doing a whole lot of different things.
We use a router for that now?
Nowadays, a router or a molder, a molding machine, you could get, you order up the blade, you send your profile off, the blades come back, or if you're a big enough shop, you've got an in-house tooling to make those blades. You can make the blade, have them made for whatever size, and you'd run it through in one pass. Chips flying everywhere out the exhaust, ear protection or you're deaf. This is a lot slower, but a lot quieter.
So you'd have brace, you'd bring one brace, couple.
I'd bring a
bits.
brace, I'd probably
3
bring
joiners.
4 or 5 bits, probably 3 planes or 4 planes, or maybe, well, this is showing the 5 planes that would most often be used. And if I could, I'd bring all 5. I'd have a router plane, and this is where we get, this is the original router plane. We talk about a router, well, this is what that idea came from. And it has the blade right there, and I can loosen the bit here, or loosen the screw there, and then I can drop the blade down to whatever height I needed. Usually you'll start really shallow, so I can feel that that's just barely sticking up, and then I can tighten that up again, and away I go. I can see what I'm doing. I can cut my recess. So if I need to mortise in hinges, or if I need to mortise in a lock on a chest, I can use the router plane to get there eventually. A little bit at a time, go through the whole thing, lower it a little
So
bit
would
more.
you bring
do the
one of
whole thing.
those?
I probably, well, I might not actually, because I can make a router plane that's going to use a chisel as in that orientation. And I can use, if I have a set of chisels, most carpenters or cabinet makers at the time would not have had a set of chisels. They would have had maybe one here, a narrow 1/4 inch, and then maybe a 3/8 or a 1/2 inch, and maybe a 1 inch, maybe, but probably only 2. You don't generally end up chopping mortises, too many different sizes of them, and so why would you spend the money on having extra tools? So I might bring all of my chisels. I probably wouldn't have had a slick. This is a big chisel. This would be commonly used for framing timber frame buildings, cutting those great big joints in the timber frame buildings. And if I'm a cabinet maker, I probably wouldn't have one, so I wouldn't be bringing that. I don't know, it's hard to say what, I don't know, I haven't read an account of a cabinet maker and what exactly he brought for way of tools. And once the railroad came,
It opened it all up.
yeah, oh my goodness, yes. Whole change. Interesting thing, Brigham Young made a habit of ordering, when he was ordering stuff to come out west, he would request that it be packaged in mahogany chests or mahogany packing crates.
Oh, so
The
you could use
packing
it?
crates be made of mahogany. And then he would reuse that mahogany. When the mahogany got here, it would be reused to make furniture. Because we don't have mahogany. Well, we've got mountain mahogany, but it doesn't create wood that's good for furniture typically. It tends to be smaller in diameter. It's not the same. It doesn't look, it has some visual similarities, but it's not the same wood. And so, I thought that was a pretty creative way to get
Resources out
get some resources out here. The stuff needed to be packed in crates anyway. May as well have the crates made of a wood you can reuse and get some good use out of, yeah.
What we got? Well, thank you, this is super cool.
We've never
Yeah,
had, we've come here,
yeah, we've
there's
come
never
here.
been anything there.
Yeah, so we kind of look
Yeah,
around. and It's cool to see the books too of like classic woodworking.
some of those are really cool. The big brown one is actually specifically about
Oh, that's so
woodworking
cool.
here in Utah, in early Utah.
Oh, that's cool.
And there's actually, I was looking at it just today and trying to remember the name yesterday, and I just didn't find it today. There's a name that they have for the furniture made in Utah. It's made in the classical style, but everything has to be made a little bit larger because it was made out of pine or fir, so it's not as strong. So to get the strength you need to support people, it ends up being a little bit bigger. It looks like somebody and just blew it up just a little bit. So the chair's gonna be the same height, but the rungs, instead of being 3/4 of an inch, they'd be an inch.
Oh.
And the legs, instead of being, what, about 2 inches there, 2 1/4, they'd be 2 1/2. They look just a little bit bigger than you'd expect. So kind of fun.
Well, thank you.
Thanks for coming by.
Hey, Dad, we're just gonna look in here. You wanna drink for free? And she just bought a little candy. Favorite candy with you?
Hello,
Hello.
welcome to the wood shop.
Ooh, thank you.
I'll be glad to answer any questions you might have. I am live streaming. I've got all of 0 viewers at the moment.
So everyone's here. Well, come on in, yeah, come on in, Dad.
What's this, jail?
I know.
Oh, I don't know about that. Sometimes it can feel that way, but
This is the wood shop.
Wood shop, huh?
welcome to the wood shop.
Making one of those games.
I am
like-
making a bunch of those games.
Yeah, like, not Gold Corral, that one,
Yeah.
the Cracker Barrel game.
That's the one.
He's whittling.
So I've made these pegs round, but they're a little too large to fit. I should have drilled the holes just over a 1/4 inch instead of right at a 1/4 inch. And then I'm using
Oh, wow.
a dowel plate to make the pegs at 1/4 inch. Well, that's great if I'm trying to pin a piece of furniture together. That nice snug fit is awesome. For a game where you got to be able to
Take it out.
take it out and move it, that's
Just
not
slightly
quite so
okay.
not quite so awesome.
What do you think? See all the stuff that you can make?
I am hoping to one day actually be making shoes here too, but I can only do one thing at a time. So if you have any questions, speak up. I'll do my best to answer. And assuming it's not a question of how often have you sliced your fingers off, they're all here. I haven't sliced any off. No question, stupid.
So everything was manual, there was no power source, was there?
No power tools. No sandpaper.
Excuse me?
And yeah,
So, what are you making?
I am making pegs for this game, these games. This is the object is to jump the peg over and take out the peg that got jumped, and to try to get to the end of the game with only one peg left on the board, and all the others jumped and removed, which is always a challenge, and I am really not very good at.
Yeah.
Let's see if I jump that one there, this one here. I can bring this one back down here this way, that one. Oh wait, no, because this one came down by jumping that, so I have to take that out. If I can jump over to here and take this one out.
Now you're stuck.
I'm not stuck, but I am not going to win. I am sure of that, because I'm gonna have to jump that one out there, and now I'm stuck, and I've got 3 left instead of just 1, so I didn't win.
You're close.
And some of the, if you're really interested, I'm about to take a few of these over to the general store there, and I don't know what he'll price them at.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming by. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Do you want to take it all out? Just hold it out. Like your pink coat. Hey, looks like my pink coat.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Let's see. I did this somehow. welcome to the wood shop. Let's see. I am trying to make my peg making a little faster here. So I'm making a jig to hold the square pegs so that I can use one of the planes to take off the sides. The idea being I can put the square blank there. And then there we go. So now I've gone from square to octagonal. And keep coming around keep taking off the corners, and it'll be close enough to round as to not matter that it isn't actually round. Except I think I might need to make another groove in the board to hold this better and not quite so deeply.
Never seen anybody actually use those kind of tools. They've been displayed, but I've never seen them in use, so.
Really? Okay,
Yes.
well, I'm glad I could
Really
be
good-
here tonight.
yes. I mean, you see it in the blacksmith shops all the time, but at the carpenter shops, you just see the tools.
Well,
Display.
when there's nobody here to do blacksmithing, they pull me over there, and people like seeing the fire and the red hot steel more than, oh, look, shavings.
Yeah, but in
Yeah.
the summer, you do this then. We
Uh,
don't usually have it in the summer, we need to.
I'm here one day a week. Well, last summer, I was here 2 days a week, one day smithing and one day woodworking.
I was just reading about an ancestor in England who was apparently a very prestigious carpenter, and I had no idea.
Very cool. Very cool. So when they came, they joined the church and they came over to Utah. They found that the wood they had to work with wasn't what they were expecting. They were in England or on the East Coast. They had all kinds of lovely hardwoods to work with, and they could get tropical hardwoods, mahogany, very easily. In Utah, they had pine and fir. And those are just not very strong. They're not very pretty. If you go on a tour of the tabernacle in Salt Lake, you'll see the benches are all faux painted to look like oak, but they're pine. And the pillars that hold up the balcony, they're painted to look like marble, but they're pine. So it's kind of cool. Yeah, I need to make a new groove. This one's not holding well enough.
Well, very interesting. Well, thank you.
Thank you for coming by. Merry
Thank you.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Okay, so I cut that groove in there. Well, boy, that doesn't show up well on the camera at all. There's a groove cut into the board that I can then put a peg in, holding it with the corner up. The idea being that I can come along with the hand plane and take off the corner. And I can rotate it 90 degrees and do it again and go from square to octagon. It's not working as well as I'd like it to. Well, that worked pretty well. It's too big still. Okay, that's working. One more peg and this game is done. Okay. All right, I'll be right back for all 0 of my viewers. Hello. Oh, goodbye. Hi there. Welcome to the wood shop. How are y'all doing?
Good. Wait, what is this place?
The wood shop.
Oh.
You've seen the blacksmith.
Yes. How can you tell?
Oh, I don't know. So I'm making pegs for these games.
Oh.
This is the golf tee game you've seen? Yeah. But I don't have golf tees, so I've got to make the pegs myself. And to try to make it a little faster, I carved a little V groove into the board, and then I can take the hand plane and rotate the peg a little bit. And
Will we be able to make something?
say that again?
Can we make something?
I'm sorry, I can't today. This is a very sharp tool, and you would cut yourself very badly, very quickly.
That would be bad.
And I would not like to see that. I don't have any steri strips to close you up afterwards. Would I try to do something that I can let you guys help with, but this is not one of those.
That's okay, they're okay, they can just watch for a minute.
Do you have a YouTube channel?
I am live streaming to, I've got one viewer right now. Hello, viewer. Welcome to the Provo Pioneer Village.
What's it called?
My YouTube channel?
Yeah.
I can do that.
I can do that.
I can do that.
Cool.
Ooh, I'll follow you. Died. Use someone's phone so I can listen to the word.
So I'm
So
not
how
doing a
long-
great
how long
job of
does it-
getting that.
How long does it take you to make one of those pegs?
Well, the way I'm doing it right now, it takes way too long. So I'm trying to find a faster way to do it. This is faster than carving them by hand. I have a pocket knife I was using earlier. But I think I'm going to go back to using,
So are you technically the cobbler then, or
no, I'm the woodworker.
you're the woodworker?
We
Okay,
have cobbler stuff in the corner.
okay.
A cobbler does repair work, a cordwainer makes new shoes. And someday I'd like to be the one doing that, but not right now. So there is one peg. The problem is, if I don't drive it exactly straight, they break. And then I don't have a peg at all. So I don't know if I want to keep trying that or not. Because I don't want to have to cut a bunch of more blanks.
So what would the woodworker do?
Cabinetry, furniture, chests, wagon repairs. Although wagons tend to have a lot of specialized stuff going on, the woodworker and the blacksmith, even if they're not specialists in wagon repair, could figure out how to repair whatever was wrong with the wagon based on other wagons they've seen or what they see of the broken wagon.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you so much.
Thanks for coming by. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Thank you.
Hello, viewers. We're here at the Provo Pioneer Village in Provo, Utah. We're open tonight and tomorrow night, or not tomorrow, tonight and Monday night for the Christmas event. We have Father Christmas here. He's in the schoolhouse. We have the blacksmith here. I am here. We also have carolers and hot cocoa and cookies, and you're welcome to stop by and join us if you'd like. That's, of course, assuming you're anywhere nearby. So this is a doweling plate. If I get the wood piece down enough that it can fit in, I can drive it through and make it round. Getting it out at the end, as you just saw, isn't always that easy. I'm making pegs for this game. Here at Provo Pioneer Village in Provo, Utah, for our Christmas event. If you're local, you're welcome to come by. If you're not local but want to, I won't say no. There's no admission fee. We've got Father Christmas, we've got a blacksmith, we've got carolers, a lot of fun going on here. We're here till 8 p.m. tonight, and Monday night from 5 p.m. till 8 p.m. I'm Dan, and this is the wood shop where I'm working with wood. Well, that's more of a triangle now than a round peg, but it still doesn't fit. There we go. Hello, welcome to the wood shop.
Ah, yes.
What is it?
That is an anvil for working on shoes, putting a new sole or repairing a shoe. So you'd slide the shoe up and over, and then that steel acts as the anvil. You can pound the nail in, and the nail curves back instead of going into the foot. It clinches and holds the shoe, holds the leather on the shoe. They're molding planes, all the different profiles on the bottom edge. So this one is just flat. Those have curves
Oh,
for
okay.
cutting picture frames or molding edging on a table or. And I'm just trying to turn square pegs round.
What is that, the triangle?
These are a board game or a game for a single person to play.
Oh.
You hop the peg over and then you take that peg out and you have one hole open at the beginning of the game. The object is to have only one peg left at the end of the game. I am not good at it. I can't beat it, but I can build it. And I'm making these out of the offcuts from the benches.
Okay.
So I made the benches over the summer, and now I've got all the pieces I cut out of the benches I'm making a game out of. And there are several, if you want to buy one over in the general store, you could get one there. When I finish them up, I take them over there.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming by. Merry Christmas. So I'm turning square pegs into round pegs I'm live streaming here. Yeah, so I'm turning square pegs into round pegs using a smoothing plane and a doweling plate. The doweling plate, if I get it so I can fit it in there, I can drive it through. And the edges of the hole will cut the edges off of the peg and leave it round. You can see the curls coming up off the edge there. And there's one more peg.
I thought I heard somebody working.
Yeah, pounding and banging and making a lot of noise. How are y'all doing? Welcome to the wood shop.
Well, you look familiar. What's your name?
I'm Dan Maker.
Yes,
Yeah, we know you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes, from
yeah.
the dinners.
Yeah.
They haven't been to one in a while, but it's okay. So
I
I'm,
didn't know you did this.
yeah, that's how I got involved with the Sons of Utah Pioneers in the first place, by coming down here and volunteering.
Okay.
So I'm turning square pegs into round pegs for the game. And I'm making the games, these games, out of the offcuts from the benches.
Yeah.
So I made the benches over the summer,
Uh-huh.
and I saved the triangle pieces I cut out from the legs, and now I'm making them into the game. You jump the peg over and pull the peg out, the one you jumped over, you probably played it before. A lot of people know of it as the Cracker Barrel game. Yeah. So I've got a dowling plate with a hole here that I can drive the peg through, but I have to get it close enough to get it started, and when it's square like that, I can't get it started. So I start by putting it in this little V groove I've cut into the board, and then I can take the plane and take off the corners on each side.
We got a couple of these in our garage.
Those are handy if you have the right bits for them. Okay.
Bits you need.
Some of those have been restored and are in working order. Most of them are waiting.
Really?
Well, there's not a lot of point in restoring the plane until I'm ready to use it, or nearly ready to.
Right?
I can spend a lot of time and then have to do it all over again when it finally comes time to use it.
Right.
So they're up there, they're being kept dry. They're not getting any rustier than they already were.
So how did you learn this?
Say that again?
How did you learn to do all of this?
Well, I grew up with my dad having a wood shop, and then I also started finding people doing hand tool woodworking on YouTube. Paul Sellers, Rex Kruger are two of the names that were most helpful to me for hand tool woodworking. There are a lot of guys doing power tools, and that's great. Wood by Right, another great name for hand tool woodworking out on YouTube. And the power tool stuff is all over the place, but when you buy a new tool, new to you tool, it's an old tool, how do you get it in working order? All of them have talked about various tools and how to get them in working order, and that's a great place to start. And then they talk about ways of working. How do you work on a low bench like this? How do you work on a high bench? What kinds of vices do you want? How do you set those up? And how do you use those? So that's all useful information that we don't just spring into being with, and it has to be passed along. Back in the day, it would have been an apprenticeship program. At about age 14, your parents would say, well, son, it's time for you to be an apprentice. You're going to learn to do cabinetry. And they would apprentice you to the cabinet maker, and 7 years later, you'd come out as a journeyman, unless you ran away. And you would, at that point, you should know enough to go and open your own shop and be a cabinet maker.
Why you got two cupcakes?
Because I did hold easy.
So YouTube is kind of the apprenticeship of the modern age, and you can find a lot of stuff out there. Yeah, that's not the stuff that's most watched, but it's there. In fact, I'm live streaming right now. I don't know that I'm teaching very many people very much today, but I'm glad that I do have some viewers. They coming and going, and hopefully I'll be able to do more of this type of thing with YouTube as well as the village. Okay, this is almost ready to go through the dowel plate. And the little pieces that get shaved off from the corners, leaving a, there we go, a dowel that can go in there and be the peg for the game. That one's still a little tight. I want to trim that one off a little bit more. Sorry?
I was saying the best knife for whittling right there.
Yep. There we go. And that fits better. Not so snug. Now, it'd be lovely if I had a lathe, a treadle lathe. I'm wanting to build a treadle lathe and put it on this wall. And then I could set up and just quickly shave these to round with the taper on them and be done in a heartbeat. But not there yet. So here's another way of getting to the same point.
Mama,
You wanna warm up right there? How about we warm up by putting your coat on?
How about we go to the truck?
no.
Have you seen Santa yet?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
as long as you've seen Santa.
Put your coat on, let's go.
Wait,
That's gonna be
I
mine.
haven't yet. Me, Mama.
That'll be fun. Can I get your rocking chair?
Piece by piece.
No.
Mama, Papa.
Okay.
I don't know if we go from
Shall we?
Thanks for coming by. Merry
Thank
Christmas.
you. Merry Christmas to you. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. Will do.
Yeah, good job there, Dan.
Thanks. Take care.
He's done some stuff with his son, and he went to what kind of a program?
Yeah, down at, in Ephraim, the school down there.
Oh, yeah.
they had
Yeah.
these, Classes, we're talking about 10 years or so ago.
Yeah, I haven't gotten down there for any of their courses, but
He made a box.
Mike has been to several of them and talks highly of them.
And made a box and a grandfather's clock.
Ooh, cool. By the works, I'm assuming? Yeah. I'm not aware of anybody with a watchmaking program, clockmaking program in Utah. There we go.
Well, thank you. That was
Thanks for
very-
coming by.
That was fun.
We'll see you
Merry
on
Christmas.
YouTube.
Merry Christmas.
So this is called, well, in modern times, we call it a coffin smoother because of the coffin-like shape of the sole of the plane here. Safe to go this way because the blade sticks out that direction. This way will cut me if I go too far. I'm using the coffin smoother, the hand plane here, to take the corners off of these square pegs towards making them round for the Cracker Barrel peg game. Jump the peg, leave one left. To win, you have to only have one left at the end. I can't beat it. I don't, just not that, haven't put that effort in. But I can make the game. We're here at the Provo Pioneer Village in Provo, Utah. We're open today and Monday for our Christmas special. We've got Father Christmas here. We've got carolers. We have hot cocoa and cookies. The blacksmith making iron candy canes. I am here in the wood shop making these games. And we have people coming all the time. There's no admission. You're welcome to donate if you'd like, and we'd sure appreciate that. But it is certainly not a requirement. Let's see if I can drive that through now. So when I get it close, I can then take it over to this doweling plate. It's a piece of steel, quarter-inch thick, with a hole in it. It kind of shows up there in the picture. And the edges of that hole are nice and crisp. They're not rounded over. And that will that'll trim off the corners of the peg. There's the stuff being trimmed off as I drive it through. And that gives me a round peg for the game. If I can get the peg out, that's always the challenge. So maybe I'll get another one ready to go in and let it push that peg out. let's try that. So there's the old one out. Yeah, we'll do that again. That worked. Now that needs a little bit more trimming up. That one just fell right out. Okay, let's get out the pocket knife. Trim these up a bit. Hello, welcome to the wood shop.
This smells awesome in here.
Sad thing, I can't smell it after I've been here for a
Oh,
little
I
bit.
bet, yeah.
But that's okay, it always smells good when I first walk in.
That's right.
All right, there's one done. So I'm turning square pegs into round pegs for the games.
I see. You got a sharpener or something in there?
No, this is a hand plane. It's
Oh, I see,
a form, we call it a coffin smoother now. Back in the day, it would have just been called a smoothing plane.
Oh, no, like a cheese grater or something?
Well, this is the,
A cheese grater?
kinda, actually, that's not a bad,
Yeah.
mandolin, if you're looking at kitchen tools,
Yeah.
would be a closer comparison, but
Yeah.
the iron here is very sharp,
Uh-huh.
and I can adjust in and out, how far in and out it is, and tilt. And I've got it where I want it, so I'm not gonna demonstrate
Yeah,
adjusting
no,
it.
you're
But,
good.
and I'm just taking off the corners. When I get the corners down enough, I can then drive it through the doweling plate. So I just hammer it through that hole, and it takes the rest of the corners off and makes it a fairly round dowel. broke, so it's a little bit short, but. Hi there. Whoa. Welcome to the wood shop, where I'm throwing my dowels around. So I'm making pegs for these games. There's one right there on the stool. It's like the game you'd play at Cracker Barrel, maybe that's where you might be familiar with it from. The boards are the offcuts from building these benches.
Probably, yeah.
So in good Pioneer fashion, waste not, want not.
So look what they made here. They made chairs.
Chairs.
Yeah, look, they made a broom.
Broom?
This old-fashioned broom.
Didn't make the broom here, used the broom to sweep up, but I didn't obviously sweep up today. The broom is made by a woman here in Orem.
Oh, yeah.
I believe she even grows the straw, the broom straw for it. If you come to the Colonial Heritage Festival in July, 4th of July weekend, she is over with the cooper. Her husband does coopering and she makes brooms.
Okay.
And you'll find me over at the rope walk making rope.
But don't let them rope you into that one.
You know, I keep letting them do that to me.
It's a twisted thing.
It sure is.
Here, hold up, guys. Here, let me get out.
All right, let's sneak out there.
Right with Melissa. Somewhere over there.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Hello.
All right.
How
Hi, how
often
are
do
you?
you sharpen your planer?
I sharpen my plane as often as it needs it. That's,
Pretty much.
I can't give a better answer than that. If I'm using it a lot, I might have to sharpen it a few times a day. Yeah, I haven't been using it much. I don't remember how long ago it was I last sharpened it.
Do you just use like a hand file and you just kind of?
Oh, no,
write it
no, no,
down?
no, no, no.
Where's the,
I wouldn't get a file anywhere near it.
Okay.
where is the fire thing?
Fire thing. There's no fire in here, please.
Yeah, no, this is the wood shop.
The blacksmith has a fire, and many of the other cabins have heaters.
Yeah,
These-
where's the heater in here?
There is not a heater in here. I stay warm by working.
Ooh, do we get to keep the
Oh, you're
things?
making pegs.
I'm making pegs for these games. There's a finished game right there.
It's a nice
What?
tree.
Get it? Where's?
So I get it, whoa.
Here, back up.
Oh, they're okay, they're all right.
Oh,
I get it small enough that I can get it started through the hole in the doweling plate, and then I hammer it through. And I think I'm to that point now.
don't hit your finger.
I would know it if I did. There we go.
So
You
why
know how
do
you hit the
keep
wrong
pegs?
nail if it screams at you.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, if you hit the metal nail, it doesn't scream at you. But if you hit this nail, it screams at you.
How does it scream at you?
Usually you're the one doing the screaming.
Ah! Oftentimes with a few more colorful remarks.
Yes.
Red.
Anticipated words.
Blue is what I was thinking if we're
Yeah.
talking colors.
Yeah.
Huh?
A blue cloud. So this gets them down to exactly a 1/4 inch, and the holes are exactly a 1/4 inch.
Well, where are
That's
the
great if
games?
I'm pegging something together and don't want it to come apart. When I'm making a game, I have to then come back,
You gotta
usually
shave it
come
down
back
just a
and
little
shave a
bit.
little bit more off it so they go in and out.
This
So
game
what-
right here?
Just like that one right there.
Wait,
Oh, there's the auger. Those are your auger bits.
one
There's-
missing. Can I keep them?
Nope, there's supposed to be one missing. You start with one hole clear, empty, and then you jump one peg over another in a straight line, and take out the peg that you jumped over. And if you're really good at it, you can keep doing that and end up with only one peg left.
Remember we have it small and.
Back up.
Can we keep
I
them?
usually end up with about 3 pegs left.
I think, yeah, he's making them to be sold.
You can buy them over at the general store. They have, I took 4 of them over just a few minutes ago. I doubt they've sold out.
one
The other
per
kids prefer
family?
different one.
If you wanted to buy all of them that are over there, I'm sure they'd be happy to sell you all of them they've got.
Yeah.
How much do they cost?
I'm not sure how much they're selling them for.
He just knows how to
I
make 'em.
suggested $10 a piece, but I don't know what they're selling them for. Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
So here's the
I'm
question.
well.
Oh,
Yep.
I am turning square pegs into round
Makes it a little
pegs.
bit harder.
oh, nice.
Well,
Yeah, we've got a nice clean shave in here.
terribly exciting. So I start taking off the corners, making an octagon, and when the octagon is small enough, I can drive it through my dowel plate over here.
Okay.
I then drive it through
Oh, I
and
see.
it gets rounded off.
Cool.
I love the hat.
It's the hat that won the West. You know, we think of cowboy hats as the hat. No, if you look at the old photos, the old daguerreotypes, they're wearing bowlers.
Yeah,
I want the hat.
cowboy hat is just for if you're on the sun all day.
It's a better hat, but it wasn't the hat that was. It got developed because it was what was needed.
Exactly.
This is what they had when they left
They
the
came
East
out.
Coast or when they left England. This is what they wore at first.
Very fun.
So what you're working on right now?
I am turning square pegs into round pegs
Oh,
for these games. There's one right there that's all finished.
well, that's fun.
Would it
So
be easier to use a lathe or no?
if I had a lathe, I would use it. And I want to build a lathe and put it right on that wall right there, but it hasn't happened yet.
You gotta do it all period too, so.
Yeah, it'll be a treadle lathe.
Mhm.
There we go.
Wow!
What are you doing?
Hey, you're doing
I am
it.
turning square pegs
Oh.
into round pegs
Oh.
for this game. This is the Cracker Barrel game. You jump a peg, take it out.
Hey, there's tools back there. We keep out. Kind of like Papa's.
Well, you're welcome to come back, but don't touch. Or ask, point and ask, and I'm happy to tell you about it and take it down and show it to you and explain how it works. But I need to request that you don't touch because several of these are very sharp and I don't have steri strips with me today.
Bless.
Say okay.
Okay.
You make
How do
any
you
of these
get
chairs?
us to get
I
in
did not
there?
make any of these chairs. I haven't repaired any of them yet. I expect they'll be asking me to do that at some point. And in fact, when I showed up yesterday, this green rocker that's upside down was sitting right there. Just showed up, don't know where it came from. So I need to try to figure out who dropped it off and what they expect.
Right.
Maybe just walk on it.
Should we go check out the other shops? Say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's. Oh. That's the hole I used last time I was doing this. I think it worked better than the one I made today. We'll use that one. Yeah, it fits better. I've got a dowel here in the bench, keeping this board from flying off the end as I'm planing. I think I'll try 4 strokes next time. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, how are you? Welcome to the wood shop.
Well, what's your name?
My name is Dan. What's yours?
My name is Liam.
Liam, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. You're making like a big wood.
I am turning square pegs into round pegs for the game.
Whoa, are you playing a game?
Well, I am making games. I'm not playing a game, I'm making them so they can be bought over in the general store. Ouch.
Sometimes that happens to you too, right? When you're hammering, you hit your thumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or my fingers.
Okay, that doesn't want to come out
How
yet.
much
I will
stars
push
do
it
you-
through with another peg.
Yeah, but how much dollars does this cost? How much dollars does this cost?
I'm sorry, I can't understand what you're saying.
How many
dollars
does this cost?
does this cost?
How many dollars? I don't know what they're selling them for. You'll have to ask in the general store.
Oh, should we go over there now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, what do you
Bye.
Bye, thanks for coming. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. I wonder how you get that wood in a tree.
What are you making?
I am making pegs for these games. There's one sitting on the stool there.
Inside Pioneer games?
Well, I don't know how old the game is. It goes back quite a ways. But if you've been to Cracker Barrel, you might have seen it there with golf tees. There we go.
Do you know how to play it?
Yes, I do. I'll show you how to play it. I can tell you on here. Grab that one. Okay, so the object of the game is to have only one peg left. And you take pegs out, you jump the peg, you can take that peg out. and then you jump the peg and you can take that peg out. And then you jump the peg, you take out the peg you jumped. And the object is to just keep going until you have only one peg left.
Yeah.
If you're lucky, but you have to jump in a straight line. You can't jump diagonally,
Okay.
or you can't jump around a corner. And I think I am not going to win this one already. I'm stuck. I'm not sure I've got any more I can jump. Nope, I can't.
And you can't like do like
You
double.
can't move them around. You gotta start over. So I would put the pegs in again and then start over.
Huh.
I got down to 3 pegs earlier today, but that's about as well as I can do usually.
That's interesting. That's actually pretty fun.
It's a challenge. You gotta think ahead a lot of moves, and I'm not so good at thinking ahead this many moves.
But you're good at creating it.
I can build it.
Can I try it?
You're welcome to try it. If you really want one of your own, they have some for sale over in the general store.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Welcome to the wood shop. How are y'all doing?
Good.
Pretty squ-
If you come up, there's room in here. You come up.
Hi there. Hi, how are y'all doing? My granddaughters. And my daughter and friends.
Are you?
Hello,
You can be
Ruby.
adopted, don't worry.
Oh.
Yeah, so Grace basically my sister at this point.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm turning square peg into round pegs. So I'm using the hand plane to get the corners off, and when I get them close to the right size, I then drive them through the dowel plate.
All sorts of things like this.
So does he sell all these things, or
My mom works at Dubai.
he just
For
has fun
funsies,
with
yeah.
it? For hobby?
Yeah.
And your mom works at BYU?
We used to do all the fun stuff. She did some, when active.
When you were a baby? Wow. You know, 1964 is when I graduated. That's a long, long time ago. Well, hey, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Let's go.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. We went to see Santa.
Yeah, we got
That's not
pictures.
bad, down to 4.
Yeah.
This looks like so much fun. Right? We're gonna go check out the blacksmith in a minute, but it was very
He's
crowded.
making candy canes, and if you're not careful, he'll get black on his face.
Oh.
He had it all over his face last night.
Merry Christmas.
Bye, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, thank
See ya. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, sure.
That was interesting.
It is. You got to think ahead.
Yeah.
It's not real difficult. It's not a hard game like chess where you've got all these different kinds of moves that you got to learn.
Yeah.
But you got to think ahead just like chess.
Yeah. My parents are looking for me now.
Okay, well, thanks for
Thank
coming
you.
by. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Turning square pegs into round pegs here.
And sometimes they don't fit and I have to take out my knife and whittle them down a little bit. Oh, it's better if I turn the other direction. Come on. There's one driven through. All right. Nobody's watching. I'll take these over to the general store. I'm gonna run out of pegs before I run out of boards. these glasses. These spectacles. Hello, welcome to the wood shop.
What's he making?
I am turning square pegs into round pegs to put into the game
Oh,
board.
yeah. I used to play that.
Yeah,
I even won
These-
it a few times. But
I made benches over the summer and had these as offcuts from the legs and thought, you know, what's more pioneer than reusing?
Reusing them.
do you cane also?
I might learn how. I've learned a little bit about it, but I've not done it, but that chair needs I think all that one needs is a new bottom, but I don't know, somebody just left it here, I showed up yesterday and there it was, sitting right there, no note, nothing, I'm like, oh, well, I need it out of the way so I can
have a
work.
friend's mom that used to know how to do that. It's kind of a loss.
Um,
It's a losing art. Like not very many people know how to do it by hand.
By
I
hand.
think they have the machines and stuff.
I think this might be a machined piece of, no, it's not, this was originally done by hand. That's,
Wow.
okay, that'll be cool to learn, I'll have to check on that and see what I can find, that'll be fun.
That's very good.
The one below it is just a regular chair and it just needs a cushion put in there, I think. Although it's got a lot of blue tape on it, I don't know what they're from. Oh, I guess it's a rocking chair, it needs one of the rockers put back on. I don't know. Again, showed up one day, no note.
There it was.
It's like, well, if you want it repaired, it might be helpful to let me know.
So is this your plate? Like you do most all of the woodwork here?
I am the only woodworker we've got doing things right now. Right now, I've been down here 2 days, through the summer season, I was down here 2 days a week, doing woodworking one day and blacksmithing the other.
Oh, my.
Because everybody loves to see the blacksmith. So if I'm down here and there's no blacksmith, they really want me to go do that and not do the woodworking. But I wanted to get the benches done, so I came down 2 days a week and split it and got them done.
And you do them all by
Um,
hand this way, or do you cheat and go take them home with your miter saw and your?
a little bit of both. It depends on which bench and how close to the end of the summer and how badly did I want them done.
Yeah.
So a little bit of both. The early ones I did all by hand. I bought, this is just lumber from the hardware store. I just bought the lumber, but then I did cut it by hand and planed it where necessary and notched the legs and cut the angles on the stretchers and all of that. And all of the finishing is done by hand with a chisel or with a hand plane.
Is that an ancient pioneer screw there?
Totally. No. I was making them to be
He was a
used here at the
blacksmith.
village and they needed to be able to stand up to the use.
Yeah.
And so unapologetically, I went and bought screws and used screws.
That's fine, I was just playing with you.
So is this is where they cut
That's-
the leather for the shoes? Like
No, that would be, that would go on the post here.
Oh.
So this would be fastened to the floor.
Is it for shoemaking? Yeah.
It is for shoemaking, for shoe repair. And then you put, so a cobbler is a person that repairs shoes. A cordwainer makes new shoes. Do not call a cordwainer a cobbler. Call a cobbler a cordwainer and he'll be thrilled.
Yeah, it's like calling a surgeon
Yeah.
the PA.
Yeah, oh, wow, that would go over very badly. So this is interchangeable to get the one that's sized best to the size of the shoe and the amount of angle that you might need for the heel. And then you use this to allow the nail, as you're driving the nail through the leather, and then it hits there and it can clinch, turns over and clinches in and holds it really tight. So that's what these are for. This is, I think, more modern than pre-railroad Utah would have likely had, especially given that most people were limited to 17 pounds, including their personal effects, including their tools for their trade. I would have left, you know, the heavy stuff wouldn't have come.
Wow.
Yeah. That's made by a woman in Orem, just right here. If you go to the Colonial Heritage Festival at the Sierra Park in July, over the 4th of July weekend or right around there, she'll be there demonstrating and selling them.
Wow.
And it has a wonderful springy feel to it as I sweep my floor with it. I love it.
Well, thank you.
Thanks for coming by. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Okay, I'm turning square pegs into round pegs. I start by putting it here in this, there's a notch I've cut into the board. The hole at the end is the stop. Take the corners off. When the corners are off, I can then drive it through the doweling plate. Hello, welcome to the wood shop. I'm turning square pegs into round pegs. I start by taking the corners off here with a hand plane. And once the corners are off, I can drive it through the doweling plate. Take a little bit more off of that one. You see, as it drives through, little curls come up around the edge, around the side there, as it's made nice and round. And there should be, now here's the one that just fell through. And so then I have a peg for the game.
Oh, that's
You know,
what
you
you're
play-
bringing in the store.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was bringing into the store. And the triangles to the board is from the offcuts of making the benches.
Oh. Wow. They used everything back then. No way.
Sure tried. There we go. So if you have any questions, go ahead and speak up. And I'll do my best to answer.
Here's how the lathe.
Don't have a lathe. I want to build it and put it right there.
Oh.
It's in the
I
plans.
noticed the-
No, those are gouges, chisels for doing woodworking. They could be used on a lathe, but typically for a lathe, they'll have a longer handle.
oh, that's right. All right. Thank you.
Thanks for coming by. Merry Christmas.
That's how you make the round peg.
I'll shave the corners off another and use it to drive that through. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Hello.
I want to be with Carter.
We just want to sit down here. Here, let's move you up so you can see what he's doing. See what he's doing?
So I'm turning square pegs into round pegs for these games. This is the last of the peg blanks I've got. I'm not going to finish all the game boards I've got.
Oh, no.
I'll have to figure something out.
Do you just have to rotate it many times? Or is it-
I am just turning it into an octagon here, and then I will drive them through the dowel plate. I'll show you that just a moment. One more corner to take off.
Takes old people to remember the song.
So that's all of them turned into octagons. Now I'm gonna move over here.
Shaving horse.
This is a shaving horse. I'm just using it as a workbench right now. This is a doweling plate. It's got a hole in it. There's nice square edges at the top of the hole. So I can take it and just
So is it more shaving off stuff or is it just compressing?
It is shaving off. It is almost exclusively shaving off. There might be some compression going on, but the hole is straight sided. It's not tapered. It should be tapered the other direction, so the top is the narrowest, And then it would fall out at this point instead of being stuck and me having to go
Using
and
their
take the next
pliers or
one.
something.
But I'm gonna try to, before I start driving that through, I'm gonna try to. Trying to get that.
That just has a thin razor blade at the end.
I'm sorry.
The thing that you're using.
This is a plane. It's a hand plane.
It just has a
You'll hear this referred to today as a coffin smoother because of the shape of the base. At the time, it would have just been a smoothing plane.
Yeah.
You hold it like this and away you go, and I'm, variation on that, trying to hold it backwards. This is not built as squarely as I'd like, but whatever. I'm gonna go ahead back down here where I was doing it before. You can't see it so well from there, but this is a better.
I mean, it makes your life easier.
Gonna have to back up here.
Okay.
Look at those huge saws in the back of the wall
Oh, what does Cassie want?
If I don't hit it square, they bend over and break.
Aw.
Okay, then you want to go this way.
And that might be enough. I don't know. That's probably gonna be too short.
Don't knock that over.
That one is not ready.
The thing is, they have to have tools to make the tools.
Well, I can work with the blacksmith to come up with the tools.
Yeah.
In fact, the woodwright and the blacksmith would often work together on the project. Blacksmith
Probably
making the
best
hardware
buds.
and the woodwright doing the.
Now, why are they called a wood right?
It's an older English term, W-R-I-T-E, R-I-G-H-T? I'm not sure, I think it's probably G-H-T. Just one who does, one who makes. A wheelwright makes wheels, a woodwright works with wood generally. A wainwright makes shoes. No, I'm sorry, a wainwright makes wagons. That's an interesting book. There's actually a name specifically for the furniture style created here in Utah, because the craftsmen, the men that were making it, were used to working with nice hardwoods from Europe or the East Coast. They come out here to Utah, all they've got is pine and fir.
Yeah.
They're making the same basic styles, but they have to make all the wood pieces just a little bit larger to be strong enough. So directly above you, above the door there, that's out of red oak. And those are common dimensions. That's what you look at and you're like, oh yeah, that's what a chair should look like. In Utah, before they started getting hardwoods in, the rungs between the legs would have been larger. And the legs themselves would have been just a little bit larger. So they look like, well, you might say kindly, they look extra beefy. They might look like they're maybe on steroids and working out, or to be maybe less kind, they look like somebody blew them up and they got all fluffy.
I think we have to move out of the way.
Yeah, okay, with this week.
Thank you.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Hello, welcome to the
Hi.
wood shop.
Oh, how cool. Are these a lot of like original pieces, or these are replicas that were brought in?
I don't know that any of them are replicas in the sense that they're made to look like but not actually used.
Right.
I
Right.
don't know how old all of the pieces were. Some of them may date well before the era. It's really hard to say. Well, this one not so much. This is clearly, those were being made by the 1840s, not quite exactly like that. But with a molding plane like this, it's very difficult to say because there's nothing about that plane that
Yeah.
says when it was
would've
made.
been- Yeah.
I can look at the blade. Pull the wedge and look at the iron. We call it a blade. It's technically it's an iron. And if I can look at that and in the light here, yeah, I can't tell on, oh, here we can, oh, maybe not. Sometimes you can tell if it's all steel, you can see the
Oh,
difference.
Okay.
I think on this one, I can see, you see the slightly bright?
yeah.
I believe that's the steel and this is all iron.
Oh, okay.
And so the steel is forge welded onto, yeah, you can see it right
The
there too.
iron,
So the-
okay, yeah.
So that's an older style of blade, so that's
Okay.
old.
Wow.
I don't know
Yeah.
exactly, I still don't know
Yeah,
how old,
and
but I
how
know it's old.
But still fun, yeah, that's cool. Wow. Oh,
Now, somebody has badly abused it. That should be a nice smooth arc and it should be
Oh.
polished smooth.
oh,
I
yeah.
haven't gotten around to doing any restoration work
Oh,
on this
okay.
one yet.
But you do restoration work on pieces, that's cool.
Yeah, these are eminently restorable, but there's not a lot of point in restoring it until I'm about ready to use it.
Yeah, that's
And I
too
haven't
true.
needed
That
very
one,
many of
yeah.
these yet. So,
Well, thank you, how cool.
you're welcome, thanks for coming by. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
So, well, I've got 3 people. I'll show you all what I was just showing the woman visiting here. So, she was asking, here at the Provo Pioneer Village, we're portraying Utah pre-railroad, so 1847 to 1865 or thereabouts. And she was asking how many of these tools are actually original to that time period. And I can't answer that very solidly. We have a lot of old tools. A wood body plane is a wood body plane. You can't, without doing carbon dating on the wood, I don't know how old the wood is. But I can take the wedge out, I can pull the iron, the plane iron, and I can look at the iron and I can tell how new or old it is with some level of accuracy by looking at the edge. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to pick that up on camera. Yeah, I think you can see it there. This side where my finger is darker, and then over here is brighter. That brighter part is the steel, and it's been forge welded onto the iron, just regular iron, lower carbon iron, which is cheaper and easier to work with. So they would put just that little teeny skinny bit of steel on there, and that's all you need to be able to get a nice sharp edge. And you can kind of see it, I think you can see it here on the edge. The shinier bit you're seeing right there, and then the darker bit at the top is the iron again. And this has been badly abused. You can see that's not a very nice smooth arc. Somebody has done damage to it, but it's totally restorable. There's still enough steel back here. I can see on the back of the plane, on the plane iron, I can see the line right there, just below my finger. That's where the steel goes down to there. So I can sharpen it all the way down to about, well, ½ inch. I've got space to work with. So I can repair this. I can clean up this bevel, polish it up, and get it nice and sharp. And this plane is still usable. I haven't done that to this plane yet because I haven't needed it, and there's not a lot of point in putting that effort in just to have the plane sit on the shelf and wait to be used. The iron would go in this way with the bevel towards the back. There we go, now you can see. So the bevel is towards the heel of the plane. There's the toe, that's the heel. It would go in that way. The wedge would go in here, and then I can use a mallet to tap it into place. it's not square, it's sticking out there, so I need to get that, there we go. So now it's flush with the side here, and I can attempt using it, let's see. There. Let's see, it feels like there is enough edge on it, but it's not going to make the nice smooth curve that it is intended to make. Okay, it's not, the iron isn't down far enough. Nope, still not. Okay. Let's see. So it's not really well sharpened. It's not in great condition, but it's working on it. I'd like to get
here that my cell phone will work. I've been trying to take pictures outside and it won't work. Here, found something.
So I'm not getting cut. It's cutting on this edge, but not on that edge. I'm live streaming right now, by the way.
Oh, I'm so
No, that's
sorry.
fine. That's fine. So I wish I could get that to cut, but I'm not. I can see the polish where I've been smoothing that. As I said, I haven't restored this plane yet. I'm surprised it's doing as well as it is. Some nasty tear out, but you know, that's fine. Let me put this back up. So this one has been restored. And it'll cut, this is like for cutting the groove to hold the bottom of a drawer or a box. In fact, no, a different plane was used for that. It would have to be run on the edge, so that wouldn't, I'm not sure then. But it is set up, it will work. Have to run it over here. Just like that. If I were standing at a bench, this would be much more comfortable, a much better position. Sitting here on the low bench, it's a little bit on the awkward side, but it's working, it's creating that groove. Anyway, there we go. Cut this groove down the board. All right. time are we at? I think I need to be done here. Thanks for visiting. Catch me later.